Hey guys,
Hey
what's
guys.
going on? It's Thursday night.
Happy Thursday.
Almost happy Halloween.
You know, it's just
Happy
weird
Halloween.
because here in Florida, it is so hot, you guys.
It's ridiculous.
So hot.
We watch the weather, of course, each and every day because of all the filming we do, and it's like we see all the other. Well, we see the other states, and it's like high of 48, high of 58.
Everybody was
and
freezing, standing in line, everything else. My mom's got the heater out in St.
crazy.
Louis.
It's crazy. But the really crazy thing is that as 2020 is winding down, things are really starting to kind of pick up when it comes to events.
Yeah, that's true, which is nice, especially a lot of outdoor events, which is kind of happening a lot in Florida.
A lot of outdoor events.
Speaking of outdoor events, we've done some pretty amazing things.
We have?
Recently outside.
And we always do that?
Yes, we do.
Oh, didn't I cut the grass? Is that the...
Yeah. You tend to do that.
I cut the grass, cut the grass.
Really good job with that, honey.
Thank you.
Nice work. But we went to Texas. We flew on a plane.
Yes.
And went to Austin, Texas.
Definitely.
For the Texas Truck Rodeo.
So we know that there's obviously a lot of things happening because of the pandemic, and a lot of people have concerns, but we're doing what we can to social distance ourselves, to protect ourselves, and to protect all of you. And we want to obviously keep bringing the great content, bringing the great information. So what happened was we got a double invite. We were invited by FCA to an event, but we were also invited by the Texas Auto Writers Association to do their Texas Truck Rodeo.
So what is a truck rodeo?
Well, a truck rodeo is where everybody dresses up as a cowboy.
Oh,
no,
I missed that part.
Just dead. You missed that part. No, so basically what they go by TAWA,
the Texas
Auto
Writers Association.
And I definitely we got to say hi to Kristen,
hi, Kristen.
The president of TAWA.
Yes.
She personally invited us, even though we live in Florida, and she, being the president of the organization, was able to get a bunch of manufacturers, a bunch of OEMs to bring out over 60 vehicles.
I didn't realize there were 60.
60, yes. Because even though it's technically called, and we got...
Hey, David.
David, thank you, David Wilkerson.
You finally made it. So glad you can join us.
I'm so glad that you're here. And definitely, we appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you doing that. We really appreciate you, David. So thank you. And if there's anything that anybody wants to either say or a question, super chat is the best way to go, because we already have 145 people watching. It's been 2 minutes.
Nice.
It's been 2 minutes.
Usually we don't see this many people this early on. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
We're so glad you're here.
And we got another Matt. Thank you, Matt, for that. He got his prize. Thank you so much. And we're going to talk more. Matt was one of the winners of the top 20 for the virtual car show, our very first Raity's Rise virtual car show.
Yep.
And we're going to talk more about the prizes and the winners again, and kind of just
But I'll check the email, Matt, and double check, but I'm sure we got it.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
We will double check
that email. I will definitely keep an eye out for it.
Thank you, Matt.
And thank all of you for joining us. We've got almost 200 people.
Yeah, we almost got 200 people watching.
Wow.
And another super chat.
Oh, God.
So this is from APAD number 28. Do you want to read it?
Sure. Yeah. Hey, Joe, I've watched many videos of yours about the GT350s. I've been a little confused, though. Is there a gap between the 2018 and 2019, or 2020 that different? Because 2018s are about $5,000 to $7,000 cheaper.
You are 100% correct. So 2019, they made a bunch of revisions. You're going to have a different rear wing.
Right.
You're going to have different wheels. They did some upgrades. They came out with what was called a Gen 2 motor.
Okay.
So they made some updates to that. So there's a lot of differences really with the 2019 compared to the 2018. So something to really take into consideration. Is it worth the difference in price?
Exactly what I was going to ask.
I think if you're going to go and buy the car, especially since they're not making them anymore, go and get the 2019. It might be a little bit better now to spend a little bit more.
Okay.
Get a car that's a little newer.
Okay.
And has those modifications, has the changes.
Okay, well, that's fair. I mean, it's certainly good to get a slightly newer car.
There's really no bad GT350s, but...
Our bias, maybe, Joe Raiti, a little bit?
Well, I'm being truthful. I mean,
yes.
It was voted. It was one of the greatest cars voted by
true.
Car and Driver or whatever magazine I was reading.
This is great minds think alike.
But we got Jaden is back again.
Okay,
Jaden Robbins. He's like, what are many car companies? Because think about the location. The location, especially back in the early years, there was a lot of railroad, a lot of steel production. It was easy to get the supplies to the factories so that they could build the cars, and that just makes it cheaper than having to drag it halfway across the country or halfway across the world. So that's why, Jaden. But thank you for your super chat.
Thanks, Jaden. We
and
got another one from Sully.
Bob, thank you so much. And definitely say hi to your daughter. I know she started college, I believe. She's a freshman in college. And she's a big supporter of Raiti's Rides.
Oh, yeah. Please tell her hi.
She was wearing, I think in one of the pictures he showed me, a pink hoodie. Sort of like your shirt, but it was a hoodie.
Did it say Raiti's Rides?
Yes, of course.
Oh my God. We need a picture of that.
Yes, I have a picture.
Okay, well, we need to post that on
social media.
We do need
to post it, yes.
It's kind of a big deal.
That is true. So thank you, Bob. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jaden. And definitely thank you, David, for your super chats. But we already have over 213 people. So let me go back to the Texas Truck Rodeo. 60 over 60 vehicles, and basically it was carte blanche. You could do whatever you want. You could literally go from a 2021 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, which we did, and then get into another vehicle like a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which we did. And this was specific that happened in Texas. It was all outdoors. They cleaned the vehicles after each and every time that an auto journalist got in, and that's what made it easier for the whole process, and it kept everybody safe.
Okay, time out real quick. No politics, guys. I see a lot of stuff going on in the chat.
Listen, I understand there's a lot of politics going on. We're here for car stuff. We're here for car stuff. Yeah. We're here for car stuff.
Okay, carry on.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for handling that.
Yes.
So we were able to bounce from one vehicle to another, and it made it so much easier to really test what does a Jeep Gladiator feel like when you compare it immediately to, say, a Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro.
Well, and that's really important to be able to do that.
Yes.
Especially now, were you on-road, off-road?
We got to choose. They had 3 different on-road courses, and they had 3 different off-road courses. So that made it even more awesome to be able to choose.
That's just amazing.
I think, did we get another question from Jaden?
Ooh, let's take a look. Let me see.
I couldn't tell if that was the one.
I think that was the one.
Is that the one?
Yes, let me scroll through. That was, actually, we got another one.
Another super chat from Jaden. Thank you, Jaden. It says, why are many U.S. cars actually built in Canada? A lot of times it comes with the cost of building the vehicles, the cost that it takes to pay the workers, where the materials are located, certain deals that are worked out between the manufacturers, things like that. So there's a lot that goes on there. And speaking of Canada, we have a subscriber that just super chatted here.
Shaylin Shaw.
Shaylin Shaw.
I hope you have your Twinkies with this live session. I'm going to need some Twinkies because I'm going to start booting people out of here.
Yes.
By the way, if you do any more politics, you're out.
Well, listen, I understand there's a big election going on. We are a car review channel. I don't have time right now to talk about election, nor do I want to. I want to talk about cars.
That's right. And love from Alberta, Canada, from Shaylin Shaw. Thank you so much.
And we're hoping that once this pandemic
we really want to
gets handled, we want to come to Canada. I want to go to the Toronto Auto Show, all that good stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you so far, everybody who has super chatted. Let's talk a little bit more about Texas. Now, before the Texas Truck Rodeo, FCA invited us to a special display. And we saw some amazing 2021 vehicles. So definitely thank you to Kimberly at FCA. We got to see the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. We got to see the Dodge Charger Hellcat Red Eye. We got to see the Jeep Wrangler 392. Lots of great vehicles. And I'm sure a lot of you saw those videos. If you have not seen those videos, check out the channel because they are there. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer is almost 1 million views in less than a month. Less than a month, 3 weeks.
It's pretty crazy.
It's awesome.
And that's a really amazing
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And that's my fingers crossed. That's not the middle. I almost look at the middle finger. I'm not flicking everybody off. That was.
Thank you for clarifying.
I know. I'm like, fingers crossed, everybody. Anyways, fingers crossed. We have a contact with Nissan, Steve. We might be getting our hands on the Pronto Z, the Proto Z, the Nissan Proto Z.
I hope so.
Which, if you haven't heard, what we showcased in the virtual unveil is what the new Z is going to look like. They're not making any changes.
I know. That's so amazing.
So lots of excitement. Thank you once again, David and everybody, and Jaden, who super chatted.
We got a super chat from Omni Strife.
Another from Canada.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
that.
We love our Canucks.
Yes, we love the Canucks.
And then Plumber WRX. Hello, Joe. You're the man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're definitely the man too. It takes one to know one, and we love having you here on the channel. Thank you.
We got another question here from AP80 number 28.
Yes.
Mach 1 question. Seems like they went kind of weak with the numbers. almost like a glorified Bullet with 350 and 500 parts. Would you get it over a 350? Also, do you think about dealer markup?
I could easily see dealers are going to mark up whatever they want. I mean, they're marking up the Kia Telluride still. So because of the demand. Because of the demand.
Yeah, I mean, they can't.
Mach 1, I'll be honest. The biggest thing I'm disappointed about is I was hoping that they were going to at least get 500 horsepower out of the Coyote V8. But what I'm not disappointed in, and why I think it's better than the Bullet, and it's not just a Bullet with a different paint job, is because of the availability of the Tremec 6-speed manual transmission from the Shelby, the diff cooler, engine oil cooler, all those goodies to keep everything in check if you're going to do track days.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you're getting, if you go handling package, you're getting unique wheels, unique suspension bits. You're getting that different rear wing.
So why is it that a lot of people compare the Mach 1 to the Bullet?
Because a lot of the parts on it, it does look like a Bullet, but the nose is not Bullet. No. The nose is specific. And the Bullet is a great car, but it's got the Getrag 6-speed, which is not as slick shifting as the Tremec.
Yeah. Well,
so there you go. And I think that it has a unique personality to it. And listen, the more the merrier. It's nice to have choices.
Oh, yeah.
But if you could pick up a leftover GT350, there's no substitute for a GT350.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were confused. They were saying, Joe, this is not the replacement for the GT350. I was simply saying that the GT350 is being taken away, as in subtracted, and they're adding the Mach 1. Yes, they also subtracted the Bullet, and they also subtracted the Performance Pack Level 2. So technically, the Mach 1 has replaced those vehicles in the lineup because those vehicles don't exist anymore. And a lot of people are wondering, saying, do I think they should have put the Voodoo engine in the Mach 1? Hell no. The Mach 1 should have the Coyote because it's supposed to be the fastest Coyote track prep vehicle. And the Shelby is the Shelby with the Voodoo engine. And as you can tell, I'm getting very...
do you think he's Italian?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm very enthusiastic about this topic.
Turbo Pickle is back.
Turbo Pickle. I love his picture.
I know. Me too. Always makes me smile. Have you seen the new M3, M4 in person yet?
Not yet, but I'm going to let a cat out of the bag. November, which is right around the corner, we're going to see it in person. So get ready, Turbo Pickle. Get ready. All the, I know it's funny to say that, Turbo Pickle. Get ready, all the BMW fans, because we will be bringing you the M3 and the M4 before the end of November.
So OCS, you can go take a hike. I am not anybody's mom.
Yes.
So see you later. Out of here.
Yes.
But Ron actually has a question about the Porsche 911 GT2 RS that you recently drove. Looks like you had a great time on throttle.
You know, Ron, that car really changed my mind about a lot of things. First of all, 700 horsepower and rear-wheel drive. So you got to be really gingerly with that on throttle because you could really quick have torque over snap and just lose the rear and have it come around on you on a turn. So amazing car. Make sure that you're pointed straight because boy, oh boy, that PDK 7-speed transmission just shifts so freaking fast. I still think personally, if I was going to go GT RS anything, it would be the GT3 RS with a red line of 9,000 RPM.
So I'm going to have to keep my eyes pretty high on
You're
the screen here because we got a lot of people. We need
to get a moderator to
yes,
handle.
if you'd like to volunteer for that, shoot me an email over at Raiti, or you can hop on our website because we do need to talk to somebody about that since it's kind of.
What else do we have?
We do have some, plenty of these coming through. So I'm going to read them and have you answer them.
All right, Jaden's back. Yes.
So meaning of turn signals flashing fast and why? The
reason why is because there is a certain resistance that is required for your turn signals to blink at a certain speed. If a bulb goes out, there's less resistance, which means it's going to flash faster, whatever lights are still blinking, that are still working.
That makes sense.
Yes.
All right.
What do we have next?
We got a
ton. Here. Thank you for the super chats.
You guys.
Thank you we almost got 300 people. 300 people. It's crazy. It's chaos.
Type faster. Yes. It's so exciting. Okay. Yes. Luis Rodriguez. Hey, Joe and Lori, can you guys please do a review of a 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE 63S? Thanks.
Well, the good news is, Luis, we got a GLE 53 coming, and the 63S will be coming shortly. So hold on, don't worry. I will be bringing it to you. We now have over 303 people.
My gosh.
305 people. Thank you for joining. Yeah, this is really exciting. This is awesome.
And if we
thank you, Louis.
I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna read through these super chats, but sometimes it moves really fast. So I am gonna go back through and make sure.
Lori's gonna stay on top of this. So if she looks like she's looking at something, she's looking at the screen.
Yes. The corner.
All right, what do we got next?
C. Benefield 75. First question: how many Twinkies and Jolly Ranchers do you eat? Inquiring minds want to know. How many Twinkies and Jolly Ranchers will the new Ford Bronco hold in the console?
So basically, when it comes to eating Jolly Ranchers and Twinkies, it just depends on how hungry I am. I mean, I could put away easily half a box within an hour, depending on how hungry I am. Jolly Ranchers, I take it a little bit easier because I don't want to break my teeth. My mom was like, make sure you take care of your teeth because you only have one set. Because when my grandmother passed away, she only had one tooth left of her own. So that was something that my mom scared us kids. Make sure you take care of your teeth. When it comes to the center console, I really think you're going to at least be able to get at least half a box of Twinkies in the center console. But stay tuned. From Walker Ford, we will be getting interior access to the Bronco as soon as they get their first one, hopefully by the end of December.
Sounds
what
good.
Do we got? We got more super chats.
All right, well, we just have a super chat that came through from Stephen Curry.
Stephen, thank you. Let me acknowledge
much.
You, Stephen Curry. Thank you for doing that super chat. We're so glad that you're part of the Raiti's Rights family. All of you, we're so glad. But anything that you're able to do, we're taking this money, and guess what? We are putting it into the channel. I got GoPro 9s coming. Not only did we give our winner of the overall winner of the virtual car show a GoPro 9, but we got some GoPro 9s we're going to be giving away very, very soon. But let's kind of
I know we're kind of off topic. We've got a couple more super chats, and then I want to get back to the agenda. Taylor Sluka, hey guys, love the videos. If you had to pick one of these, which would it be? Viper, ACR, Corvette ZR1, or Ford GT?
Very, very good question. I'll put it in order of what I would pick. I would probably go first Ford GT, but I know this may disappoint some of you. I would go 2005, 2006 Ford GT. I then would go Viper, and then I would go ZR1. But I still love this. It's not that I'm saying the ZR1 is last on my list. Maybe out of those top three, yes. But I love them all. But that's the order that I would choose them in.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yes.
Okay, we've got some more coming through here. All right, so that was Taylor's. Yep. All right, Shaylin Shaw. Thank you, Shaylin. What would be your pick, the Ram TRX or a V8 Raptor 2021 if it comes out?
Well, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see about the V8. I could only go based off of what's currently available. Right. And the TRX with that 702 horsepower, if you haven't seen the on-throttle video of that, you definitely got to watch it on the channel. We did a walk around, but then we got to drive it. It's just, it's intense. I mean, any truck that could accelerate that fast, but yet you could go off-road with. And then, of course, Ram does an interior of a truck like none other.
That's
so
where it got me.
I actually would choose the TRX over the current Raptor.
Okay.
But we'll see what Ford's going to bring. They're saying 2022.
Okay.
Even though there's a redesigned, refreshed F-150, the Raptor, they say, is probably not going to happen until 2022.
Well, we got another super chat from APAD number 28, but the message was somehow retracted. I'm not sure why. So APAD number 28, I'll look for it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get it. So thank you so much for your super chat. Everybody,
thank you all for being here.
We really appreciate it.
It's amazing.
We've got another super chat from Logan. Dolatowski, hey Joe, love the channel. Have you heard any updates on when they'll be sending out the new Sorrento? Seems like they revealed it and went silent.
You know, this is part of the challenge that back in March, I knew was going to happen. Manufacturers had a lot of vehicles, not only Kia, but there's a lot of manufacturers that are unveiling a lot of vehicles, new vehicles, redesigned vehicles for 2020, like during this year that are for 2021. The problem is, many of them aren't having media events yet. Normally, the way it would work is Kia would announce it like they did. Mm-hmm. We did the virtual unveil. Then we would fly somewhere to drive it. The challenge that they're doing, and they're trying to do it the best that they can, is get the vehicles, which they only have a handful of them, and send them across the country to different automotive journalists.
It's amazing how they.
So it's very, very time consuming, and it's taking a long time. But just hold tight. We will be bringing you the Sorrento. I know James and everybody over at Kia that loves Raiti's Rides, they want to get us that vehicle in our hands to bring to you. So stay tuned for that. It's just the pandemic has slowed a lot of things down. Some manufacturers are doing media events like FCA, but others are still holding off. Yeah. But we're going to bring it to you. Like, for example, the Sienna. I got the Toyota Sienna. We got it a little bit late.
Yeah.
The reason
but it's coming. I mean, we just
filmed it. I'm posting it tomorrow. So if you want to see the all-new 2021 Sienna, it's going to hit the channel tomorrow. Heads up.
And Jaden had a question. I thought we had touched on it a little bit. How did Detroit become the center of U.S. cars?
That was where, like I said, where think about where Ford, Henry Ford set up his first factory, and then all the manufacturers were by you got river,
right?
You got railway,
all the steel manufacturing.
You got it all there. So it makes sense.
It does make sense. Thanks, Jaden. Adrian Holmes. Hey, Joe and Lori. How did you like the Texas
barbecue? That's actually
Adrian.
You
sorry.
answer. Adrian. Thank you, Adrian.
It was so good. We actually ate barbecue for like 2 or 3 nights in a row. And
each night for dinner, I was like, let's go get some barbecue.
I mean, North Carolina does barbecue like
Texas
and
Texas, yes.
We had those 2 trips back to back because we haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah.
But we went to Texas, and then a couple weeks later, we went to North Carolina for a special event.
Very good barbecue, though, Adrian.
Yeah, the Texas barbecue and North Carolina barbecue, really good stuff. Kevin Patel, when are you coming to Furman BMW? Please come soon.
That's going to be happening soon. I know that I need to talk with some of the people there to help me get the cars together, but I'll be coming back out, Kevin. Don't you worry. I was just at Furman Mini with Santos and Ryan, so we'll be coming back out. Don't you worry.
All right. Clancy79, any chance if we can see a review of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio soon?
It's funny you say that.
Ask and you shall receive.
That will be coming. That was one of the vehicles that we reviewed at the Texas Truck Rodeo.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. I got a white one. It's coming soon. And good question, because you must have read our mind.
Seriously, that was on our agenda.
Very good question. I got it coming. I'm glad that you're excited to see it because it's coming.
Yeah. All right, Gareth Hood. Hey, Gareth, welcome back. Hey, guys, lots of exciting new cars being launched. What are the top 3 that you're looking forward to reviewing?
Definitely going to be the Mach 1. I want to get behind the wheel and really express what I'm feeling so that many people know what it's about. The Bronco 4x4. I like the Bronco Sport. I'm really looking forward to the Bronco 4x4. And then probably the Acura TLX Type S.
Okay.
I want to see what that turbocharged V6 is all about for sure. So hopefully that answers your question. There's so many. 2020, even though it's been a crap storm with a bunch of bad, crazy things happening, a lot of cool car stuff is happening. A lot of cool car stuff.
All right. So
thank you, Garrett.
Yeah, great question. Let me scroll back up here because I was having to check for all the loose cannons. Sifting around in the comments here.
A lot of sifting.
Oh, yes. G-Marks. Hey, guys.
From Canada. We have a lot of Canadian fans. I love you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to Canada sometime soon. Love the channel. Cheers from Toronto. Can't wait to see your review of the next gen VRZ.
That's another one.
I can't wait to see the next
I know. And that's the thing that's killing me. Without the auto shows, the major auto shows, we can't see this stuff yet. But as soon as I get my hands on it, we'll be bringing it to you. And I can't wait. And thank you for that super chat.
And I want to tell all the folks who are typing in some other questions multiple times, I see you.
We will get to them.
We have to you.
We have to get.
We've got the folks that have super chatted in, and so it's kind of like we just want to make sure we get to those.
We're gonna
too. So don't
worry. We're not gonna. We're not gonna forget
again.
about you. Yeah, we're not gonna forget about you. We're gonna get to as many people as we can.
Tuxedo Black Hat. I promise you, I'm gonna come back to that question. APAD number 28. Hey Joe, have you heard of the E85 tune? Is it worth? Here, you read it. So it says, hey Joe, last question. Have you heard of the E85 tune? Is it worth it to get on the 350? Can you tell I'm looking for a new car? Love you guys. I think that it is worth it. And believe it or not, Weston Walker, who is one of the family members that owns Walker Ford, has an E85 tune on his very own Shelby GT350, and he absolutely loves it. My advice, get on Facebook and get into the Shelby owners groups. And that's a good idea.
Weston Walker is in there. I'm in there, and you could ask these questions, and he'll be more than happy to explain how he feels. He loves the setup. He loves his E85 tune all day long.
Mario's in the house. Just want to say hello to Mario. Okay. So
Bob again?
Yeah, Bob. Have you ever driven the Audi B85? Will you read that?
I know it's okay. Have you ever driven the Audi B8 5S4 6-speed. I have not, and I know you have one. And he says mine is a 2014, and it's too bad Audi didn't say the manual. My 2014, yes, really, that is a rarity, and you want to hold on to that one, Bob. And I would love to one of these days, because I know when I used to love the RS4s. When I saw the V8 powered ones, I mean, naturally aspirated V8 manual transmission, ton of fun all day long.
Okay, so let me scroll
I think
down
we're getting close to the end.
Yes, I think so.
Which this is awesome. You guys are so generous, and I'm telling you, we're putting the money back into the channel. That got us to Texas for the Texas Truck Rodeo. That's getting us to a lot of other places that we're going.
We really appreciate it. Yes. And we appreciate all of you who are here with us.
Thank you.
No matter what.
Everybody, yes. So everybody counts.
Guys.
The Raity's Rides family is the best. It really is.
So Shaylin Shaw recently just purchased a 2020 Honda Accord 1.5T. Do you think this new Accord with the turbo is efficient?
Yes, I think that when you look at the MPGs that they're getting out of them, and definitely the amount of power, it outweighs what they were coming with in the past. And I think you made a great choice with that. So good, congrats, and good job with your Honda Accord.
All right, so we're going to start coming back through and
then
looking.
Wait, did we say Anil?
Oh,
Anil Kumar. Thank you, Anil Kumar, for your super chat. We really appreciate you, and thank you for doing the super chat.
Yeah, and if you meant, sometimes I know a lot of people will send over a super chat, and somehow the message doesn't get through. So Anil, if you meant to send a message along with that, go ahead and put that in, and I will look through the comments. There's like hundreds, but I will scour and look for them for you.
So I think we basically have covered.
I think we've caught up with the super chats so far.
Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, and guys, no need to spam. We can see all the smiley faces. You don't need to put those in there anymore. We're good. Thank you, Cliff, for volunteering to be the moderator.
Yes, Cliff, thank you. So back to what we were talking about. We got to see the new vehicles that FCA is bringing. You've seen the reviews. I did all my walkarounds. We also got to do the Texas Truck Rodeo, and we got another super chat. And that is Bikini Monster 1.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, interesting.
They're from Florida.
Yes, I know, right? So Bikini Monster 1, thank you for your super chat. They say they bought a Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. Should I have waited for the 392 V8 coming to it? Thanks for that. To be honest with you, I think it's probably going to be 2022 that 392 is going to come to fruition. So I think that you made the right choice now. Why wait? You don't know what's going to happen. Who knows if they kill it off because of the pandemic? There's a lot of things that can happen. I'm a firm believer that if you find the vehicle that you really want, and you know that maybe there's a new model coming down the road, you might as well jump on it now, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense because when you're waiting for something, you just don't know.
You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, got a couple more super
Jaden's
chats.
back again. What is structural rigidity? How are trucks lifted? So structural rigidity is all built through the chassis. And in my reviews, I talk about like a strut tower brace. I talk about braces underneath the car. It's all about stiffening the chassis of the car. And how do you lift a truck? There's many different ways to do that. Usually you buy a lift kit, and then you could add 2 inches, 4 inches. Then you have to adjust the suspension, get a leveling kit to make sure it's all done properly.
That's helpful to know.
And then we got a
Fatal
super chat.
Foams.
Thank you, Fatal
so
Foams.
much for your super chat. Why don't we take a look at the agenda here and come back to some of the key things? So the FCA event, we saw a lot of cars. Did you have a favorite?
I'm going to say off the top of my head, it's a tie between the Durango Hellcat and the Challenger SRT Superstock.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I would have never guessed the Superstock.
I love that. Yeah, that Superstock. I'll be honest, guys, that Superstock is pretty bad.
Yeah, I think
really
you were
is.
Daydreaming about that for several days after we saw it for the first time.
Really. I mean, it's the epitome of a muscle car. Large, brash, over 800 horsepower, 807 horsepower.
And it wasn't that bright mango
color?
Mango.
Yeah, I love it. What was yours?
Well, the TRX.
Yeah, Lori loved the TRX. Lori loved the TRX.
Alcantara. It was just like luxury combined with sporty, and it's just so. I mean, the sound was amazing. It was amazing. So Jaden
another super chat. So Jaden, what I'll do is I'm going to send you a video clip on Instagram. So stay tuned with that. That'll explain the whole lift process in detail per every step So I'll send that to you on Instagram. So look at your messages for that.
And before we get to Rex Build Life, a couple folks have been asking about email. It's ridesraiti@gmail, or you can go to our website and put your message in the contact form. It goes straight to our email account.
Sure.
It's also, you can find the email address on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah, right on the, not community, the About page.
The About page, yep.
Yes.
All right, so a couple things. Rex Build for Life. Our family loves the channel. Should we wait for the 2021 Ford Raptor or jump into the new Ram TRX?
Well, first of all, Rex Build Life, thank you for your support. And thank you for bringing the family. A family that watches Raiti's rides together stays together.
Yes, it's a proven fact.
A proven fact.
Guaranteed.
But guaranteed, yes. Or your money back.
Or your money back.
But anyways, thank you for the super chat. Like I was saying, if you go 2021 Raptor, I don't think it's going to be redesigned. I personally would go TRX. Based off the current Raptor, I would go TRX.
I would agree.
The truck is so freaking out of this world. And the interior...
It's beautiful. I mean, it's just amazing. Nobody can compare.
Nobody.
To the interior.
They can't.
I mean, it kind of makes the other trucks' interiors just
even the Ford redesign on the interior is not as good as the new as the current interior in a Ram 1500.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So I would go TRX.
Super chat.
I would go TRX.
Really appreciate that, Rex Build Life. And then
Matt's back again.
Matt's back. Did you hear Ford make a deal with Windsor and is promising the 6.8 2022 Mustang?
That's what they're saying. I am gonna hold my breath until I see it.
Okay.
Because who knows what's gonna happen over the next 2 years? There's a new president, new CEO of Ford. He is a car guy, which is good. So I could see that happening. I just don't know emissions wise. How are they going to get that around emissions?
Yeah.
We're going to see.
I don't know.
So we'll see. I've heard it. I heard that it's happening, but knock on wood, let's hope that it does.
Yeah. And then Sushmit Barura, I just want to thank you.
Pronounce that so well.
I hope. But thank you so much for
the super chat. I really appreciate that.
Every cent counts.
You guys are
so
great.
much. A few more have just come through
awesome.
As well. So thank you guys. Brian K. Pond, do you want to take a...
Brian, thank you for your super chat. He says he's planning on a Mustang convertible, thinking about Kona Blue, but 21 drops it and brings in antimatter blue. Which do you like? Well, antimatter blue is a really nice blue. I haven't seen it in person. Right now, Kona Blue is such a classic color, but I think that antimatter blue might be the better one because from what I've seen in pictures, it really has a nice deep blue without it being too purple.
I'm looking forward to
so that'll be nice. And
blue is my favorite color.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats on planning that Mustang convertible purchase.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, very, very much fun for sure.
Luis Rodriguez, thanks, Luis. He's back.
Yeah.
And Joe, the review you did with the 1969 Camaro was fun. He laughed all the way to the end.
Thank you, Luis. That really was a special car. And the folks over at Dream Giveaway Garage really did a great job.
You had fun with that one, didn't you?
It was awesome. I mean, it was a pure muscle car, but it had the 21st century technology with the crate motor that they used and stuff. And people were looking at me like I was going down the road. People, like even in the video, somebody rolled up next to me and they're like, "Hey, what kind of car is that?"
Oh, that's right.
They didn't even know.
The guy in the
yeah. So
that's
thank you for sharing the on throttle fun, and I'm glad that it was a blast for you.
Okay, Alex. Thanks, Alex. Hey, Joe and Lori, love the content. What's your biggest zonk ever?
The biggest zonk ever happened at the LA Auto Show. I was not aware that Chevrolet was going to unveil the Trailblazer. And when I think Trailblazer, I think like Trailblazer SS. I think something that could have went up against the Ford Bronco.
Yeah.
When they unveiled it, I was really super disappointed that I basically zonked the whole vehicle right at the LA Auto Show.
It was a pretty.
It hurt. It hurt. So that definitely was a zonk-filled moment for me. Yeah. So thank you for asking, and thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you. That was a great question. And then SoFlo, thank you.
SoFlo Latino.
Yes,
I like that.
Yes. Just wanted to say your enthusiasm is the only reason I stay glued to your channel, which is, and thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you.
Which is better to buy, the Jeep Cherokee SRT or the Trackhawk?
You know, it obviously comes down to a financial situation. If you could swing the price of a Trackhawk, I mean, having a supercharged Jeep Grand Cherokee is pretty freaking nuts. But you know what? That 392, the 392 in the SRT Cherokee, it's such a sweet engine, man. I mean, it's old school iron block, huge, massive displacement of an engine, but it really feels good when you lay on throttle and it just pulls nicely. Whereas the Trackhawk, you know, with the all-wheel drive, it helps to have that because of all that extra horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
It just, if you have the money, I would just go Trackhawk.
Makes sense.
But if you want to be a little bit more money conscious, or if you just want something that's a little bit more streetable, obviously the SRT Cherokee would be the better way to go.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yes.
So thank you, SoFlo Latino. And then Fatal Foams, thank you for your super chat. Would you ever want a Scat Pat Hellcat Challenger?
You know, it's funny you say that, because I'm to be honest with you, if I did not buy the Shelby, if I didn't buy the Shelby, I probably would have bought a Challenger. I know that sounds crazy, everybody, but I'm telling you, if you've never driven one, I know the chassis dates back to early 2000. I know they haven't redesigned it since 2015. I don't care. It's like when you fire that thing up and you see the hood and you're driving down the road and all these people in Priuses and stuff are looking at you kind of funny, you're just like, man, this feels good. And then when you go on throttle and you just leave a big plume of smoke behind
and nothing sounds like
it's so I could see myself in a Challenger, yeah, for sure.
Yes,
wide body. I definitely need to go.
Oh yeah,
not narrow body's fine.
Wide body's
yeah. Well,
Hellcat,
or the SRT Super Stock.
Super Stock, that's the one in May.
807 horsepower.
Yeah, pretty much. So thank you
Great
for that.
question.
And then Sushmeet Bahura, hey Joe, how are you so talented?
Well, first of all, that's very nice of you to say. I just do what I do. I'm the type of person that if you don't like what I do, it's me. I'm not putting on a show. I'm not trying to make more friends. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to be myself and share my car passion. But I think if I was to nail it down, and I know Lori would agree with me, teaching high school for 18 years is what really kind of polished me to do what I do. Yeah,
I would completely agree. I think if you are able to figure out how to engage high schoolers today,
a class of 42 students,
and keep them engaged and be the most popular teacher in the school,
You're ridiculous.
I mean, he used to MC a lot of the events. I mean, all these things kind of led up to that.
I pretty much MC'd all the events.
Yeah, he did.
That's why they call me the voice of Ridgewood.
Yes, this is true. But I would say that's part of the main reason. Yeah. But also, you have a tremendous passion for cars. You grew up around cars since you were 5 years old.
For me, it's not just about reading about it in a magazine. I mean, I've taken an engine apart down to the bare block. I even though I don't like to tell people, I did race cars. I love every aspect of them. Every aspect, design, the engine part, the handling, and of course, the way it makes you feel.
That's right. Great question.
Yes.
So Zach Roberts is in the house. Hey, Zach.
What's up, Zach? I'm so glad you got. Yes, I'm so glad that you've got your prize finally.
Zach was one of the winners of the virtual car show, and he actually wants to know. The boys want to know where I park my car now that the Type R and the GT350 have both taken over the garage.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. Well, I actually park out front with a car cover on. And
everybody's gonna think I'm a jerk.
No, hey, listen. But the funny thing is I'm actually working on Joe right now because there is a car in the garage that I want.
So I know
I'm massaging the idea into him.
I know a lot of you have been saying, is Lori going to get a Mach 1? Is Lori going to get a Bronco? Lori's been wanting me to give her my Type RA, to let her have full reign and let that be her car. She loves the gold BBS wheel. She loves the all-wheel drive. And she definitely loves rowing through that 6-speed manual transmission. So she's done so much for me.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. But I'm massaging the idea into him gradually.
Yeah. So, the great news is that she would take such a good care of it.
Who wouldn't want a car that was owned by Joe Raiti? Because this car has been
well taken care of. That's for sure.
I mean, it's got ceramic coating.
Yes,
it's perfect.
It is. Yeah, she is.
So we'll see. We'll see. Great question, Zach.
Well, you're perfect.
And keep an eye out because the boys are getting their gifts.
Well, what happens if they're watching?
Oh, sorry. Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Hilarious.
Oh no. See, I told you. Is there anything I'm not supposed to say?
Oh,
Tell me that.
If anybody has any questions about kids.
Anybody asks any questions about children.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks, Zach. And
Yes.
gosh, I see a ton of questions that have come through here. And then Sushmi Barura just wanted to say, you inspire.
Well, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. And I think that's one of the things that I keep close to my heart is so many of you reach out to me and say, you know what? I wanted to try this, either do a YouTube channel or start a new career or do something. And they say that I inspired them to do it, that you took the chance, you took the risk, you gave it your all. And it's just awesome for me to share that with you. So thank you for saying that. And thank you for letting me share my passion with you.
And for those of you that are, typing things over and over,
we're going to get to the questions. I promise.
We're going to get to you, so you don't feel like you need to keep typing it over and over again. But we do have a couple of super chats that I wanted to get to as well. So let me scroll back up. C. Benefield 75. Do you want to take this one?
Joe, what is your opinion of the V6 that comes with the Ford Bronco? I ordered one. I'm a Chevy man. I think that if we were going to get a Bronco, the V6 would be the way to go. I really think that that's going to have a really good amount of power, also low down grunt, and it's going to be really flexible. It's a flexible engine. So I think you're making a really good choice, and definitely the Bronco really is going to be that off-road vehicle of the year. Oh, yeah. I really believe it.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
It really does.
I can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah, and drive it.
Yeah.
Adrian Holmes. Thanks, Adrian. It would be neat to do a refresh of an International Scout.
Yes, that would be cool because there's a lot of connection with the International Scout and the way that the Bronco looks. So that would be kind of cool. But if you watch Meekum or Barrett Jackson, a lot of those International Scouts are being restored and sold at the auctions.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So AP80 number 28. I looked up the group, Joe, and I couldn't find it.
If you are on Facebook, message me at Raity's Rides. There's a Raity's Rides Facebook page. I hope that you are a part of that.
If you haven't,
please,
all of you,
like that, follow it, whatever you need to do. Message me at Raity's Rides on Facebook, and I will get you connected. I will take care of that for you.
And someone says, you look so young for having taught high school for 18 years.
Well, thank you for that. To be honest with you, it's a double-edged sword. I feel like the kids sometimes would help keep me young, but also then on the other side would help me get gray hair and lose sleep.
Suddenly have all those wrinkles.
Yes.
Jason Thornton, thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jason from Canada. We appreciate it. It must be cold up there. It must be cold.
Feel free to come down to Florida. It's like 100-degree heat index. It's awesome, the humidity. Braden Hatch, hey, looking forward to the meetup. Ooh, thank you, Braden. That is one of the Brandon. That's one of the things that we wanted to talk about.
Yes. So Brandon Hatch brings up a good subject. We are on the road, literally on the road to 400,000 subscribers. 400,000. So what we're going to be doing November 22nd.
Mark your calendar.
Mark your calendar. It's a Sunday from 10 to 12 at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida. We're going to be having a celebration there, car gathering, free food, music, and a ton of giveaways. This is the event that had to be canceled all the way back in March for the 200K. We did the 300K virtually. Now we're going to do 400K, and we're going to be following all of the COVID-19 recommendations,
all the safety
social
measures,
distancing, the whole 9 yards.
We will have food and refreshments, but everything's going to be sealed.
Everything's going to be grab and go.
That's right.
Grab and go.
That's right. So if you're in the Florida area, we're counting on you to come down and support because 400,000
subscribers.
Such a big
and
deal.
if you're wondering, well, Joe, what about us here on the World Wide Web?
That's right.
We're going to be next month. So we do a Q&A every month. Next month's Q&A is going to be a 400K celebration. We're going to be doing giveaways. Stay tuned on how to enter.
That's right. And for those of you that can't join us in Florida, we are going to be doing
a live. We're going to be doing a live
and
feed.
there will be giveaways for the attendees.
Yes.
And then one special grand prize.
Yes.
And for the folks that can't make it, are they getting is there an opportunity to win?
Yes, there's going to be three. We're going to be giving away 3 big prizes.
Okay.
For those on the World Wide Web.
On the World Wide Web?
Yes. So
is
thank you, Brandon.
What is that? So thank you so much for asking about that, Brandon, and for teeing us up for that.
Yes.
And then Sean Kennedy, thank you, Sean. Raity's Rides and Merchandise. How do I get it? And how do I see
Okay, so basically any video that you go to in the description section, I put the link. So just click on that Spreadshirt link and it will take you right to Spreadshirt, and then you could browse through all the different, they have different categories, men, women, this, that, and all that. Lori's done a great job with the On Throttle shirts. We got Zonk shirts.
That's right.
But in the description of any video on Raiti's Rides, at the bottom, I always put, please help, if you want to help support the channel, click the link and that will take you there. So thank you. Thank you for wanting to do that. Thank you for representing. I got my shirt on. Lori's got her shirt on.
I love these shirts. It's so comfortable. The premium is my favorite.
Yeah.
And David said I should have the STI. I kind of agree with David.
She does deserve it. Lori has done so much for me as a person, for Raiti's Rides and everything else. And, well,
we're working on it.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Dark Knight, considering the Jeep Wrangler or the 4x4 Bronco, I really love the latest GT500 video. If I did not live in a state where you can only drive a sporty car reasonably for half of the year, I would pick the GT500 or a Camaro SS. I even saw an SS today.
Nice.
Thank you, Dark Knight. Really generous.
Thank you for your generosity, Dark Knight. And I could totally understand the Wrangler Bronco dilemma. I really feel wait for the Bronco and see what you think about it.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot to offer, a lot of different trims and a lot of accessories, which people love to do with their Jeeps.
That's true.
They're going to love to do it with their Broncos.
There's a ton of stuff.
And I totally understand not being able to get the GT500 because you can't enjoy it the whole year. That would kill me. If I couldn't enjoy it, because I used to ride motorcycles. I rode motorcycles for 14 years. And there would be times during the summer where I wouldn't ride because the love bugs. We have these bugs that come out every May and October, and I wouldn't ride because they would just get all over you and they smell.
They're horrible, horrible, nasty love bugs.
So thank you, Dark Knight.
Yeah, and then Broly V, thank you so much. Thoughts on a Factory 5 kit cars? Would you build one?
I actually like what Factory 5 racing does, and I know my father always talked about when I was younger, him and I building a kit car. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But if the opportunity came up, I would love to build one. And I know I've even daydreamed So Factory 5 is one company. There is a company called Super Performance. They make a GT40 replica. I would love a Ford GT40 replica.
Oh,
that would be pretty. Even though it wouldn't be the real deal thing, they look badass.
They do look badass.
So thank you for that, Broly.
Fused Cheetah. Hey, Joe, are you going to do another Lamborghini review like the Aventador? I enjoyed the Lambo Huracan review.
Well, that's a good question. If somebody comes forward like Adam did with his Huracan, I would love to drive another Lamborghini. Yeah. I'm going to work over the winter on trying to get a connection at Sarasota Lamborghini to see if we could drive some more Lamborghinis, but we're going to keep working on it. I have a special Ferrari review coming probably tomorrow with the Toyota Sienna. Yes, here on Raiti's Rides, we bring variety. I'm going to have a Toyota Sienna and a Ferrari, both totally new models coming to you on the channel. So stay tuned tomorrow.
And I know, I think Troy S may have chatted us, but the message didn't come through. M340i thoughts.
M340i, I think if you're looking for a BMW and you don't want or need or whatever to go with a M3, I think you're getting a lot of performance, over 380 horsepower. They sound good. They drive well. I think that it would be perfectly a good car to get.
Okay. And I see the super chat, Troy. Thanks for that.
Yes, thank you, Troy. We really, really appreciate that.
Jason Thornton, would you go with the C7 as a manual fan with the experience, or the DCT and the C8?
I've already said this, and that's a very good question. I'm going, if I could find a brand new if I was looking for a Corvette and there was a brand new 2019, even a Grand Sport, if there was a Grand Sport with a 7-speed manual, I would buy that over the C8 Corvette. That's just me. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I know there was one gentleman that acted like I was trying to go after C8 Corvette owners. It's a great car, guys. The performance is nuts. I personally don't care about just performance. As crazy as that sounds.
What?
I know, like the Tesla Roadster. The Tesla Roadster does 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds or whatever it is. I don't care. I'd rather take 0 to 60 in 4 seconds and have it make my heart pitter-patter and really be in sync with the car. Because at the end of the day, there's no races to enter. I mean, you could go to the drag.
And it's like, I've heard you say this before. Yeah. A lot of times people want to drive a spec sheet. And what is fun about driving a spec sheet? There's no fun.
Yeah, it's a bunch of numbers.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I would go C7, but I still love the C8 Corvette.
C8 is a great.
I love the C8 Corvette. Car. I'm not saying it's
Well, you know, it's kind of like Baskin Robbins. There's 28 flavors, right?
And I have my favorites.
That's right.
That's right.
But they're all good.
No,
it's ice cream.
No, there's more than 20. There's 30. There's 31 flavors.
What? When did that happen?
Well, if you look at the Baskin Robbins sign, like it's a 3 and a 1, and they put the 3 they made into a B, and the 1 I think they turned into an R.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
wow.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Wow, you learn something new every day, guys. So, Sushmit Barua, we got a Subaru Ascent after watching your video.
Well, that's really nice of you. Congrats on your Subaru Ascent. It's a great midsize SUV.
Yeah.
It's got like 19 cup holders or something crazy like that. Yes. So you definitely could bring the drinks.
Plan on putting a pit stop.
But you know what? Subaru, that flat 4 turbocharged engine with all-wheel drive they're safe. They're so safe for your family, and that's important.
And I think we already answered Troy's question. So I just want to say, Troy, thank you for super chatting again. I'm sorry I'm a little behind on the super chats, guys.
We're getting
You're really, just blowing us away here with the generosity.
The generosity has been so awesome tonight. We are doing our best, and we're going to get to everybody. But Troy, thank you. Yes, M340i, I think, if you're looking for that type of vehicle, I think they drive great, plenty of power. And I think you'll be happy with it.
Yeah. And the kid Mo89 says, "Hey man, I love your vids. You're the best car reviewer out here and the funniest. Keep up the grind and keep killing it."
Thank you for that.
Seriously, hardest
really
working
appreciate. Thank you. We actually just we're over now 1,600 videos on Raity's Rides.
Wow.
In 3 years.
Wow.
And that's another thing. Like with the Road to 400K, we're celebrating. It's the 3-year anniversary of Raity's Rides.
Yeah, and so for those of you that just tuned in, November 22nd, mark your calendars because that's going to be a really special day, a special celebration from 10 to 12 noon.
Yep.
That day. Okay, so let me scroll down a little bit here. Brandon Hatch, I want to buy a CPO Genesis G70 V6. Thoughts?
I think that the Genesis G70 is a great car. Best bang for the buck when it comes to a luxury sports sedan. And if you could find one CPO, obviously that's going to cover you with extended warranty and the whole 9 yards. So definitely you want to take one for a drive. They're great cars.
BT Aurora from Canada. Thank you.
Thank you. We love that little pair guy. Yeah, the little pair guy.
It's a mic drop.
Thank you, BT. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think we're actually caught up a little bit here.
Okay.
So thank you guys. Oh, Ral Hellcat, for you, my Hellcat brother.
Thank you. Not yet.
If he had his way, you would have a Hellcat. You'd have the SR2 Super Stock. You'd have quite a bit.
Yeah.
We'd be moving lots of cars around. All right. So we've talked quite a bit about the FCA event, truck rodeo, but tell them about
after Texas, we had like a week home. And then we were invited by Ford to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the GT500 track tour. So what this was for media to get behind the wheel of the GT500 on the track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We do have that footage coming very soon. It should be coming over the weekend. Hopefully, if I can get all the editing done, lots of editing. But it's really cool because I really focus on what makes the GT500 either good or bad on the track. Right. And Ford had this display where I was able to hold a piston and a connecting rod from a GT500.
That was really cool.
They had a supercharger cut in half so that you could see all the inner bits of what's going on inside. So stay tuned for that. That took place, and I was able to run it down the drag strip, and we were able to take it on the road course. So stay tuned for that.
And this past weekend we had a special weekend.
So we came home on Wednesday of last week, and then on Sunday I was graciously invited by Acura and Honda to once again ride with Mario Andretti. So it was Mario's pretty much last time driving the Honda 2-seat Indy car.
That's right.
And I was able to be at my home track, which is the street course down in St. Pete, and wasn't the same event when we did it in Indianapolis, where I didn't have all that personal time with Mario,
right?
But I still was able to say hello.
It was really special.
We were able to ride with him.
They said that this is the last time he's going to be driving the Honda 2-seater, so it was really special.
So it was awesome. That was a great
Now
event.
we've got some questions.
All right, let's do some questions.
Why don't we sift through them a little bit here?
Thank you for everybody that's super chatting.
Yes, thank you.
And
so
thank
much.
you all for still being here. We're still close to 300 people.
Keaton Drum is a big fan. Has been watching forever.
Thank you, Keaton.
Yep, and then Becky L is a big fan as well. They watched all the videos. And then what do you recommend? A 2018 Acura TLS X A-Spec versus the 2018 E-Class sedan?
You know, there's going to be a lot of variables. I think best bang for your buck, and if you want to stay on reliability side, I would go TLX, to be honest with you. It just depends on how many miles, how many owners, and do you have records of the maintenance that should have been done.
That's a really good point. And then Cliff, thank you for the shout out to remind everybody to hit the like button. Really appreciate that. That matters a lot. And then Raymond Ali, what's the best mid-size sedan in your opinion?
Best mid-size sedan for the money. If you're thinking about money, I would go Honda Accord Touring. Adaptive suspension, 10-speed automatic transmission, and that detuned Civic Type R a motor for the money. That's what I would go for midsize.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll up here and see what else. See if I can go back a little bit here. All right, what do we got? Okay, so Caleb Collinsworth, how much do you think the prices of the 2018 PP2 will go down over the next year?
I think you're going to see the prices of those drop. You know, they're obviously canceling the PP2. I think that if you just watch Auto Trader or watch any of the websites where vehicles are for sale, I think you will be able to get a really good deal. And it's a lot of car, even though it doesn't come with the coolers, the diff cooler and the transmission cooler and the engine oil cooler that it should. It's still a great car, and it looks badass with those 305s all four corners.
Yep, and you're absolutely right. John says free Jolly Ranchers for everybody at the 400,000.
I like that. Yes, we could do that. That's totally doable.
Jose Manuel Ruiz, hello from Dorado, Puerto Rico. Hello.
Yes, we have a lot of fans in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and so let me scroll back down here because I know we got a bunch more stuff coming in here. Passive Huntsman ordered to challenge a Scat Pack Wide Buddy because of all your videos.
Congrats. I think that it's a great streetable muscle car. Still plenty of power. You can still roast them and smoke them up, but still a lot of good usable horsepower.
Yeah.
And they look badass.
Oh, and this is my friend Penny. Hey, Penny.
Oh, hey, Penny.
She's looking at the Telluride. Doesn't know much about Kia, though. Thoughts?
Well, you know, you're coming into the search at a good time. Kia has really changed their company around. There was once upon a time where Kia pretty much just made throwaway cars. Something happened with it, you throw it away.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, has the tables turned, and the Telluride is right now one of the best selling vehicles, period, on the market. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I love them.
If you can get your hands on one, Penny, we highly recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend.
I know somebody had asked, what's the best SUV? I mean, is that?
Well, it just depends on what size. I also like, if you want something smaller, I love the Acura RDX is a great SUV. I even like the CX-5, and this.
That's true. The CX-5 is a great car.
We got a super chat from Juan.
All right, Juan, would you choose a modified Civic Si 2020 or a modified Kia Forte GT 2020, and why? Thank you guys. You helped me choose the Kia Forte GT. Love the car. You guys are awesome. Thanks, Juan.
I think, you know, for best bang for your buck, the Forte GT really is going to bring a little bit more value. The one thing about the Civic Si that's a big plus is the limited slip differential. But with the Forte GT, you could get a 7-speed DCT, whereas the Civic Si is just a manual transmission.
That's right.
So I really think that you made a great choice with the Forte.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Caleb, I'm literally on Auto Tempest every day. Same here. Looking to get mine next year. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to scroll back up.
They're coming in fast.
Next year in August, crazy. I'll have a $40,000 car at 19. Wow, Caleb, you must have been working really hard for that.
That's great. Good job doing that.
Congrats.
And, congrats. And I hope you really enjoy it. And thank you for that super chat. And thank you for your support, man.
Yeah, Rodolfo, big fan from Brazil.
Yes,
this is awesome. Brazil.
Yes. Ooh, where's that come from?
Yes, name that.
Thank you, Vin Diesel.
Yes.
Somebody's asking, the kid is asking me Z71 Red Eye or GT500.
Okay.
It really depends, man. I think that if you want a little bit of everything, I would go GT500.
Well, yeah.
If you want a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I would agree. Can you review a Lexus 2002 IS300?
I would love to. I'll be honest with you. 2002 is going to be hard to come by.
Yeah.
Eric's here.
Hey, Eric. So glad you made it.
Yeah, 2002 is going to be hard to come by, but Eric is here. Thank you for your super chat, Eric.
He finally got the suspension and chassis parts from his Ford Performance and Steeda for his PP1 and had the appointment at the chassis shop on November the 11th. That's right around the corner. Have it all installed with those beautiful Shelby wheels.
Please, Eric, please send
me
pictures and so I could put that on the Raity's Rides Instagram and Facebook and all that. That car's going to look really killer, and I can't wait to see it. Congratulations, and I know you've been waiting a while to get this done. You're going to have a very special car. You already had a special car, but it's going to even be more special.
I agree. Anthony's made the comment that he really loves how you bring in the food and the snacks.
Well, thank you. You know, just like when I was teaching, you got to have a little bit of fun. But I also find, seriously, like when I'm looking at a storage compartment, if I told you, hey, this is 2 cubic feet of space, what does that even look like? But if I told you, hey, you could fit 4 Snickers bars in there, everybody knows the size of a Snickers.
It's very true.
And I specify if it's more space, then I say king size Snickers.
Well, that's important.
And then another thing I like to do especially for the guys out there, is tell them where they can put their balls. So you can put your football, if it's football size, softball, maybe tennis ball, maybe a golf ball.
That's true. Well, I'm not even going to say anything about that. Stephen Turner, thank you so much, Stephen.
Smart move.
Yes, I'm just going to just breeze right by it. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen. That's really nice of you.
Hold on, let me scroll up because Stephen did have a comment here, but I missed it. Love your reviews, brother. Hope to see the Mazda 3 Turbo soon.
Yes. Fingers crossed. We should be getting the Mazda 3 next month. So stay tuned for that. I'm looking forward to it. Still not going to be a Mazda Speed 3, but hey, a little bit better.
Yeah, we've got so many comments coming
Eric,
in,
you're awesome, man.
I'm trying to keep up with everybody. I don't know if you've noticed, but every once in a while I'm reading through the comments while he's talking and I just start smiling. It's because your comments are hilarious. So keep them coming. Thank you guys so much.
We got somebody from
where?
Right here. This TV.
Yes.
Is that him?
TV.
Yes. TV asks, when is the 2021 M5 competition coming soon? Very soon, actually. It's coming. We'll be getting it from Reeves very shortly. So stay tuned for that one within the next couple weeks.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up here. We've got some super chats here. And thank you, Randall, for saying that. To everybody, hit that subscribe button.
Yes,
we really appreciate
definitely hit the
that.
subscribe button.
Okay, scrolling.
Oh, Chris, thank you, 01, Chris.
Thanks. Hey, guys, you guys have done an amazing job just dropping by to show support. Thank you
so much,
Listen,
we appreciate you, and I hope your family's doing well, and I hope your wife is still enjoying her alpha. Really great having you here, and thank you for that. It really means a lot, and it really helps. It helps us keep bringing content constantly.
Yeah, that's absolutely
I don't know if you guys have noticed, we've been basically averaging 2 videos a day.
This man is unstoppable right here.
And we got a hell of a lot more to come.
We're going to answer a few more questions.
David Wilkerson's back.
Oh, hey, David. Yes. Joe is back at it again with the dad jokes. Love it, Joe. And you should also give the type RA to Lori. Yes. She deserves it. Thanks, David.
I wonder, I'm going to ask them, put in the comment section, would that be like a cool review? Like an unveil?
Would you be like crying in the corner?
I'm crying. I'm like...
handing the keys over.
I don't think I'll be.
You know what's funny is they don't necessarily know, but we share the cars.
Yes, of course.
While we might call it Joe's car or Lori's car, but we share them.
Yeah, but this would be it would be yours. Well, I would need to ask you if I could take it for a ride.
That's true. Oh wow, that sounds nice. I like that.
All right, say please take me for a ride.
Yes.
In the Type RA.
I love that idea. Jason Thornton from Canada, do you know if we still see a Redline Silverado 2022? Like I saw your review. I have a 2018 Silverado Z71 Rally 2LT2, and I'm waiting for it to trade in his.
I don't know if Chevy is going to follow through. I think that you're going to see, and this is the bad news, guys, the pandemic is going to have some of these manufacturers cut back on certain trim vehicles or vehicles altogether. Like Lexus was going to come out with an LCF. LCF is off the table. It's gone. They killed it already. It was going to be a twin turbo V8. Gone.
Wow.
So I don't see it happening as of right now, but let's keep our fingers crossed, especially for you, because I know that you really want that one. So we'll see.
Oh, man, James.
James is back.
Thank you for the super chat. His car broke down on the way to work.
Sucks.
Belt slipped, snapped in half, wrapped around the cooling fan. Man, that stinks.
I wonder if this is a sign for a new vehicle.
It could be.
But I know he loves that Trailblazer.
All right. So we've got plenty more super chats. We're going to do our best to answer a couple more questions.
GT 500 or 350? Good question, Daniel. It just really depends on what you want. If you want the most powerful Ford engine ever put into a production vehicle for Ford, GT 500 is your answer. If you want that manual connection to a car where you're going to have that high rev range and a very unique engine, then GT 350 is your answer.
Okay. Gladiator wants to know, should he get a 2021 Escalade or a 2020 Lincoln Navigator? Really wants to know which.
I would probably go Navigator, to be honest with you. The Escalade is cool. It's a little too much overdone. 38 inches of screen and all that. I don't need that.
Okay.
I don't need that.
All right.
I got to drive one though, so stay tuned. We're going to be driving one.
Did you take the Tahoe off-road?
Tahoe, we did take off-road at the truck rodeo, and the Tahoe Z71 it's potent, and even though a lot of people felt like the front was ugly, but it allows you to have more ground clearance, which is good.
AMG GT Black Series, your thoughts?
I think it's amazing. I heard that it broke the 7-minute barrier at the Nürburgring.
Whoa.
So I would love a chance to get behind the wheel of that car. That's for sure.
Twist your wrist. Would you go for the Nissan Z?
Actually, I would. So far,
that's another one I've been thinking.
Lori's been talking about it.
That.
I like the Z's, man. And even though they haven't, it's the same thing like with the Challengers and the Chargers. They haven't changed them in years, even though Nissan hasn't changed it even longer. But it's still a lot of fun to drive. And that new one just has a sexy shape to it. It's just very sexy.
It really looks nice.
Very
sexy. I love
sexy.
the lines. I like the extended wheelbase.
And the interior.
Oh, yeah. James got his first speeding ticket too. What?
99 to 60.
Okay,
there you go. There you go,
James.
buddy. Listen, I've been there and done that. I can't talk. So
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Right. All right. So a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. So let's see here. Okay.
ISF in 2021. I don't think, Phil, it's going to be in 2021 if they're going to do it. If they're going to do it, which who knows now with the pandemic, it wouldn't be until at least 2022.
Okay. Let's see. They're moving too fast. Can't decide between a 2020 WRX STI or a 2021 Type R. That's Canada. That's the biggest
dilemma.
That a tough one?
That's the biggest dilemma. If you live up north and there's snow, get an STI.
WRX.
I mean, that's that simple. If you want the fastest front wheel drive car in the world, then go Type R. There's no loser there. There's really no loser. Too. It's just the Type R is faster. It's faster through the twisties. It just is.
It's a different experience.
It's got stickier tire. It is a different experience. I think the STI speaks to you a little bit more, but
yeah. John, thank you so much.
Thank you, John from Canada. We appreciate that.
I think that he wrote his question underneath it.
Yes.
If I can see. Yes. What's your best used 21st century car under 20,000 that will make money over time? I
would say Honda S2000.
Okay.
Honda S2000.
I like that. Good choice.
Thank you.
Michael Howard. Hey guys, big fan. I'm kind of torn between the BMW X5 M50i and the X5 M Competition. What do you suggest?
Well, I have not driven the X5 Competition yet. It really has sold so quickly. I can't get my hands on one. I think for the extra money, I think at that point, the money you're spending, you might as well just go Competition and call it a day. Mm-hmm. It's like if you've gone that far, go a little bit further and get it all.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ben, thoughts on the new M3? And
it's interesting. I've done a review on the M440i, and the styling is a little peculiar. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, it's definitely peculiar.
But I think on the M3 and the M4, it looks a little bit better because of what they did with the hood.
I agree with that.
I will have to wait. We will wait and see, because I'm telling you, next month, we're going to bring it to you.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. And you'll see if I zonk the heck out of it.
Well, it has been over an hour.
It has been over an hour.
You guys can believe that. So, and as much as we'd love to stay with you all night.
You guys are awesome.
We're going to have to wrap this one up. So for those of you whose questions we didn't get to, I just want to say thank you so much for sending those questions over, because it matters. And don't worry, we do this every month.
We do it every month.
So you can please come back next month, because next month we have a lot of stuff we're going to be celebrating.
Well, we're going to be doing a couple lives, because we're going to be doing a live here, and then we have November 22nd.
Yep.
Mark your calendar from 10 to 12. We are going to be at Walker Ford for the road to 400K.
Yeah, we have that coming up. And we also have some special things that we're going to be putting on the channel soon, including the Durango Hellcat.
Hellcat next month, yes.
Is coming next month.
With driving impressions.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. James,
thanks again for another super chat.
Thank you for your super chat. Really appreciate
you. You are up to a lot of miles on that thing, for
safe.
sure. Yes.
All of you, be safe.
Yes, be safe, be
and
well.
stay tuned in
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
To everybody.
Don't eat too much candy like this fool over here. We know all of you and your snacks.
Or my snacks.
And his snacks, right? All right. So shall we wrap this one up?
Yes.
All right. So just like always, guys, we'll see you
on the next ride. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
See ya.